Journaling is probably one of the most ancient practices of all time. Sharing your deepest, darkest thoughts can be traced back to centuries. It's interesting because in the modern age, we have used technology to essentially level up how we journal. And it's okay if you want to stick to pen and paper and your trusty old notebook, then you can. But I'm here today to tell you how I use one of my favorite tools, Notion, to journal, and 5 reasons why I love it. So, first, let's understand why I became obsessed with journaling in Notion. So, I'm actually a certified Notion consultant, and so my job is to help people and companies streamline their lives and businesses through bespoke Notion dashboards. So, 5 years ago, I thought, wow, Notion is such a great tool. I wonder, like, couldn't this be a great tool for journaling? And so I built my journal, the Happiness Bar, which I release every year and gets thousands of downloads. Every year I update it with Notion's latest releases. But what's really special about this journal, apart from, like, yes, there is mood tracking and you do have like weekly and monthly planners. I have made a full walkthrough video for this for those of you who are interested, and graphs for mood tracking and everything. But what really makes this journal interesting is that every year users submit self care tips, and then every year, because you're on the mailing list, you'll be sent the latest year's journal with all the new self care tips. So I started out with zero self care tips in Notion, and now there are, if we go into the archive, 251 user submitted self care tips dating all the way back from 2021. Anyways, Notion is a really cool place to build experiences, and there are 5 main reasons why. So, the first reason that I love journaling in Notion is that it is portable. So, you don't have to worry about losing your journal like you would a physical notebook, or spilling coffee on it. Everything with Notion is saved on the cloud. So whether you are journaling on your phone, your mobile, or just wherever you're logged in, and personally, I have built my journal to be very mobile friendly because at the top here, not only do you have quick access to different places that you need within the journal, including this Dear Future Me letter, which you really actually should leave alone and you can hop right back. But if you open this navigation bar here, you can see yesterday's journal and today's journal. Number one, super portable. You don't have to worry about losing it or spilling anything on it. So, the second reason why I love journaling in Notion is just because of how customizable it is. So, again, going back to my journal as an example, I can go in and change the colors if I want to. Additionally, with each of the prompts that I have a daily planner here. I can go in and edit the prompts that I want to ask myself every day. So, unlike other journals where you are locked down into someone else's system, you have a bit more flexibility here, and this can ebb and flow with you over time. And have fun. Like this, even this cover image, I could make this a GIF if I wanted to, like here. If it's in the summertime, why not customize your journal to be a beach theme? It can really grow with you, and you don't have to worry about being locked in. Like ink, you can go ahead and switch it up when you want to. The third reason why I love journaling in Notion is that you can track stats. So you can see here in my journal, I've got a mood tracker here. So if I go ahead and track the mood for the different days, I'm gonna just put curious down. This is gonna update the information out here. But not only can you create charts with the information that you're tracking in Notion, but also you can create these interesting summaries. So, for example, if I click into the stats page, I've got these weekly dashboard and stats here where essentially as the year goes by, I can see how much I've slept as well as my mood over time. So, you can get some really interesting data by tracking your information in Notion. And if you are really fancy and you use something like or if you are techy enough, you can probably figure out how to build an API to ping that information into Notion so you don't have to do it, essentially. And even if you're not into numbers, I really love how just through tags you can build up these really interesting data stories over time. So obviously this isn't filled out because this is predated, actually, another benefit of this journal, for the whole of 2025, but just through the mood tags you can kind of get an interesting story, which you wouldn't be able to do in a physical journal. I suppose there are bullet journals, but that's all by hand. Notion is a lot less labor intensive. The fourth reason why I think Notion is great for journaling is that if you are someone who uses Google Calendar a lot, then you can connect your journal directly to Notion Calendar, which speaks to your Google Calendar. So within Notion, you can do this anywhere in Notion that you have dates, but within Notion, wherever you see this opening calendar option, if you select it, you can send it to your Notion calendar. So when you add to calendar from within Notion, it will add it to your Notion calendar, which again, I said is like a meeting place between your Google Calendar and all of your Notion information. All of this red stuff here is stuff from my personal Google Calendar, and then you'll see that these entries at the top are from Notion, and this is super handy for anyone who forgets to journal and uses their Google Calendar every day. And so by having it at the top of the screen, you are able to jump directly back into the Notion page. And if you get my journal, you'll also have the benefit of unlocking all of these as self-care tips throughout the year. Final reason I love journaling in Notion is that if you are a heavy Notion user, you can connect your journal to other things in your system. So in my specific journal, I've got this quick journal bar, which you are more than welcome to turn into a sync block. And what's handy about this is if you do have a project management dashboard or somewhere else in your Notion that you use as kind of like your home page, you can go ahead and copy and sync your synced block to your Notion homepage, like so. And you can journal from wherever you hang out. So that is the first way that you can connect your journal to the rest of your Notion workspace. Even if you're not using my journal, feel free to create synced blocks of your most used parts of your journal to put them in places where you regularly. The second way to connect your journal to the rest of your Notion workspace is through relations. So let's say you have a project tracker. This is an very old Notion template of mine that was actually never released. But let's say you have a project tracker here and you want to connect different journal entries to that project tracker. So what you could do is, if I go into here, I could create a new column, and then I'm going to connect that to projects and have that be a two-way relation. And so now I can connect this to project A, and if I go into project A, we will see the journal connected. To recap, my 5 main reasons for loving journaling in Notion is: number 1, it's portable; number 2, it's customizable; number 3, it's great for stats lovers; number 4, you can connect it to your Google Calendar; and number 5, you can connect it to other things in your system. Thank you for watching, and if you are interested in downloading the Happiness Bar, I'll link to it below. Beware, the early bird discount is currently flying, so be quick if you are trying to get that, and also the link to the walkthrough. But if you need Notion help, no need to suffer in silence. Feel free to drop me a message. Also, I run the monthly Big Notion Energy Academy if you are tired of going down YouTube rabbit. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, all of that good stuff, and see you next time.